So I thought I would just give you a really quick update today about the yellow card scheme, how we're doing in terms of reporting rates here in Wales, a bit of an update about what we've been up to over the last few months and some of our plans for the future. So for those who perhaps were new joining today, I thought I would start by just giving a very, very quick overview of what the yellow card scheme is. So the yellow card scheme is a way that healthcare professionals and members of the public can report side effects to medicines. These reports are then analysed by the MHRA very closely so that we can identify any new safety concerns and make sure that we address them quickly so that we can make medicine safer for everybody. Now, our role here in the Yellow Card Centre Wales is to really raise awareness of side effects to medicines and also the importance of reporting them to the Yellow Card scheme. So in terms of how we do with reporting in Wales, now as a nation, we do very well. We do top the UK reporting table. So just a big thank you to all of those who may have reported in the past. Just so that we've got a little bit of context, so last year we submitted as a nation 2,084 yellow card reports, which equates to about 67 reports per 100,000 people in our country. Now, as a comparison, the UK as a whole, their reporting rate sat at about 46 reports per 100,000. So you can see that we are doing significantly better than the other nations. Just to point out as well, the COVID vaccine reports aren't included in these figures. So on top of the 2,084 reports for non-COVID vaccine reports, we did have an additional 13,500 reports purely for the COVID vaccine. So as a nation, we are reporting a lot. The reason why the COVID vaccine reports aren't included in these figures that I've stated on the screen is that they are handled at the moment separately by the MHRA, and they do produce a separate report which you can access on the MHRA's website. Now, despite being at the top of the leaderboard, I do think that we can do better in terms of our reporting. And what we do know is that the vast majority of side effects are underreported, and this is a picture that we see across the globe. So we have also seen a drop in our reporting rates since COVID, and you can see this bit of a dip on the screen. We did see a slight recovery last year, so our reporting rates did increase by about 7%, but unfortunately we're not yet back to our pre-pandemic levels, so we do have some work to do. One really good piece of news, and I think COVID perhaps did help us a little bit with this, is that we have seen an increase in reporting rates from members of the public. So quite a big increase actually of 49%, which is great. And it's certainly something that we as a team at YCC Wales are keen to build on. So what have we been up to? So as well as our usual teaching activities that we do for our healthcare professionals and our undergraduate students, we've also been out and about meeting members of the public and trying to raise awareness amongst them about the yellow card scheme. So I've just put some pictures on the screen about a couple of things that we have been done. So we did visit Morrison's in Caerphilly, met some lovely members of the public so that we could raise awareness locally. And also we did visit the Pembrokeshire Country Show, which was a really brilliant opportunity that we got to speak to a large number of members of the public, but also to speak with representatives from other patient organisations who perhaps had stands there, such as a thyroid charity, Age UK. We spoke with a team from the lupus support group, as well as paramedics. So that was a really nice opportunity to get our message across so that they could disseminate the information further to their members as well. So over the next year or next few months, we are really keen to put a programme of events together so that we can visit different areas across the UK. So we are keen to attend events in each health board. Some of the things that we have in mind would be the National Eisteddfod, the Royal Welsh Show, and also the Big Cheese. So if there are any events that are taking place within your local areas, then we would be really keen to hear from you as to whether that be something for us to come along to. So if you could either write in the chat or let me know, either by emailing the YCC Wales at wales.nhs.uk or me directly, and I can again put my email address in the chat, then that would be great. One other thing that we are really excited about is that we are working on an animated video, and that's really with thanks to our AWTTC colleagues. So thank you to everyone who has been involved with helping us with that. We hope that that will help us to raise awareness of the Yellow Card scheme, and the aim is that we would be able to show that in waiting areas such as GPs and hospitals areas, as well as host that on a number of websites. So hopefully that will be in a finished form and I can share that with you when we next meet. The last thing that I wanted just to let you know about is Med Safety Week. Now, some of you may be aware that World Patient Safety Day did take place on the 17th of September. Now, unfortunately, we were in a period of national mourning, so we were quite limited with what we could do in order to celebrate that day. So certainly here in Cardiff, our plans are to incorporate some of the events that we had planned for World Patient Safety Day into Med Safety Week. So hopefully you'll see quite a lot of activities coming out via the social media channels and events physically in the hospital settings. And I know that some of the other health boards are also doing the same across Wales. Now, Med Safety Week is due to take place during the week of the 7th to the 13th of November. It's a global social media campaign. So this year there are 92 organisations across 81 countries taking place. And the theme will be how patients and healthcare professionals make safety work. So what can you do? So it would be really great if you can join the conversation online. The MHRA and us at YCC Wales will be really active on social media during that week. So if you could like our posts, share them, retweet them, or do your own posts, then we would really appreciate that, so that we can meet and reach as many people as possible. And just remember to use the hashtag MedSafetyWeek. Please also take the opportunity to talk with your family and your friends about reporting, and also members of your own patient groups about the importance of reporting side effects to medicine. And you could also make a pledge to report any side effects yourselves. So I think that is everything from me, and I'm happy to take any questions if anyone does have anything.
Oh,